Welcome to our special broadcast tonight on Italian singers. I had the chance to meet two of Italy's greatest singers, Fiorella Mannoia and Laura Pausini. Her voice has captivated millions. She is best characterized by her clear blue eyes and fiery curly hair. Ladies and gents, please welcome Fiorella Mannoia.
Ooh, yeah.
Hello. It's a pleasure to have you on the show tonight, Fiorella.
The pleasure's all mine.
First things first, tell the viewers some things about you.
Well, to start off, I was born on April 4th, 1954. Ha! I feel so old.
Nonsense, you certainly don't look it. Tell us more.
Well, I grew up with a pretty interesting family. My father was a stuntman, and at a young age, my brother, my sister, and I followed in his footsteps.
Hold up, you are a stunt girl?
Yeah! I started at the age of 13. My first movie was Non Cantare Spada in 1968. I have been the double for actresses such as Monica Vitti and Candice Bergen. My work was very interesting, but as well as very dangerous.
Very interesting. I never knew any of this. What else can you tell us about you?
Well, I started off my music career at the Festival of Castrocaro of 1968 singing Un Bambino su Leone by Andrino Celentano.
Did you win anything from there?
No, I didn't win any contests, but I did get a record deal.
You weren't exactly well known then, were you?
No, because I wasn't very focused on my musical career. I flip-flopped back and forth between music and stunt show.
When did things really start to change for you?
Well, in 1981, I participated in the Sanremo Music Festival. I sang the song Caffè Nero Bollentente. The style that I had sang in was a little different from what I sing now, but nonetheless, it was still a kickoff to my music career.
Did you win the festival then?
No, but I did win the Sanremo Festival in 1987 with the song Quello che le donne non dicono, which means what women don't say in English.
Wow, I love that song.
Yeah, it was my first hit, and it was also one of my very popular songs.
Without a doubt, every Italian woman knows the words to that song. What do you think makes it so special?
Well, I believe every woman can identify with the feelings that I express and the emotions and situations described in that song.
Those are true words. When did you release your first album?
Well, because of my performance the first time in the Sanremo Festival, Mario Lavesi produced my first album in 1982, named after me, Fiorella Mannoia. My music started to transform after release of that album.
How so?
Well, in the beginning, I had a kind of like an angry style to my music. Like it sounded like very young and like very poppy rock kind of. But now I kind of like tone it down to a more mellow melody. This transformed to my pop music that most people are familiar with.
I understand you also like to remix many existing songs as well as singing originals.
Well, I like to take songs that are sang by other people and kind of make them my own. A song I recently made a video for, Sally, is a great example.
Who originally performed this song?
The song was originally by Vasco Rossi. It was simply a nice song, but I changed it to have a more powerful effect of my own.
I can't wait to see this later. What can you tell us about your current standing?
Well, I just celebrated 30 years of my music career with 15 albums and many hits, like I've mentioned before. I have sung in a number of foreign languages, including French, Spanish, Portuguese, and a little English. What I've really been devoting my time to now is a lot of social issues that I really believe in, and believe against, such as divorce and abortion.
Thank you for speaking with us, Fiorella.
Well, the pleasure's been all mine.
Here's renowned Italian singer and songwriter, the one and only Signora Laura Pausini.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
It's really something to have someone who has so many accomplishments and who's received so many honors and awards on the show. I mean, you've sold millions of copies all around Europe and the whole world. You won World Music Award for the best-selling Italian recording artist. You've even won the Commander Order of Merit. And you have, of course, 3 Grammy Awards for Best Pop Vocal Album with Escucha, Yo Canto, and Primavera Antipada. This makes you the first female Italian to win a Grammy, right?
Oh yes, it is the pinnacle of my career.
Well, we'd love to hear more, but I'm sure the audience and I are dying to hear a little more about your biography, your beginnings, your personal life.
Of course, where do I begin? I was born in Faenza, Italy, and raised in Solarola. In fact, I've been singing my whole life. Ever since I was 8, singing has been important to my life and my attitude. My dad, who I really owe my career to, for I was not that ambitious, sang with me in piano bars and always entered me into contests, and I also sang in church choirs. I was quite the atypical teenager. I was shy, I didn't hang with friends at the discos like most kids. Singing became my life, and my job became my dream. Then, in 1987, my dad produced my first studio album in order to promote my live shows. Oh, and a funny thing happened. I participated in the Castrocaro Music Festival singing Liza Minnelli's New York, New York, but I didn't make it to the final round.
Amazing. Where did you go from there?
I got a stroke of luck after I officially debuted in the San Remo Music Festival. I won the competition with my song, La Solitudine. It means loneliness. It is a really important song and it's close to my heart. It's one of my favorites, actually. I was so shocked when it made #1 on the Italian single list. Warner Music Italy and CGD Records then produced my first album.
That was #6 on the charts, right?
In Italy.
And I understand that your debut met success all over Europe.
Yep, the Netherlands, France, and I eventually made it big in Spain and won international success. My songs got translated into Spanish, which allowed me to reach Latin America and eventually into English soon after. Though I failed to reach the charts in the United Kingdom.
Aw, that's a shame. How did the rest of your albums turn out? Good, I guess, with your Grammy and all.
Oh yes, my next album, my third, truly defined my success. Le Cose que Vivi, in Spanish, Las Cosas que Vives, which was translated into Portuguese, sold over 35 million copies worldwide and went platinum. I also launched my first world tour. My next album, I had a blast. I recorded with so many great artists. And then I visited America for the beginning of my next world tour in Miami.
Did you eventually debut in the U.S.?
Oh yes, that's next. I released my first North American album, From the Inside, but that didn't go too well.
Really? I know your songs If That's Love and Surrender made the charts.
That was for the Hot Dance Club song list. My album only sold 100,000 copies, and I felt ignored, so I canceled the promotion. And around that time, I broke up with my producer, Ceruti. Luckily, a lot of good came from my next album. Once again, I worked with great songwriters and artists, Madonna, Michael Bublé, Vasco Rossi. Once again, I also won my Grammy at that time, too. The album concentrated a lot on anger, bitterness, and inner peace. It was really important to me because I took a lot of influences from Celine Dion and the Iraq War. My next album, Io Canto, is also important to me because it's the music I listen to when I'm at my saddest or when I feel a moment is special. They're the songs I used to sing as a young girl when I first started performing. And above all, these are the songs that taught me to love music and how music can move you so deeply, no matter the genre or the style.
What about your career leading up to now?
Well, I continued to work with great artists, top the charts, win Grammys, which I dedicate to my Italian tenor, Luciano Pavarotti. Now I'm working on another world tour, Inedito.
Well, you've certainly had an eventful career. What we also love to hear about is more on your influences and your style.
Of course. Well, I'm a mezzo-soprano, and most of my songs used to have a typical Italian melody, but I've taken a lot of influence from Latin, soul, and even a little rock music. I'd say my music is similar to Barbra Streisand, Mariah Carey, and definitely Celine Dion.
Wonderful. So what happened after your breakup with Ceruti?
Engaged to former singer Paolo Carta.
Wonderful. It's been great learning about your career and life. Thank you so much. Give it up for Signora Pansini, everybody. Now, many of you may be wondering why we chose to have these two singers. Well, as you can see, we're just celebrating two very successful Italian women and singers, which these two ladies obviously are. Now, before we go, we would like to treat the audience to a special debut of Senora Manoya's new music video to her hit single, Sally.